Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ultimate Amiibo League. I am so ready for this loser's bracket to finish off the year. I'm like a boss.
And I must do.
And must do. Let's get into it. What's at stake here for these fighters? We know that the championship is locked away between, a certain fight between a turtle and another turtle, of Boss Toys and Sir Bubble. What do these fighters have to lose or gain?
So we are ultimately fighting for, well, obviously every single position in between 3rd and 8th. But we've got on the right side of the bracket Kazama, who is in 8th, and with a few certain things happening, if he wins 2 fights and Big Boss loses this first one, he can pull himself out of 8th place. However, he cannot pass Blue, he cannot pass Kraken, and he cannot surpass Eclipse. And so, looking at stuff like that, we know that obviously Eclipse, Kraken, and Blue have pretty much solidified their place in 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and even 6th, depending on whether or not Bork makes a good showing. But we are ultimately finding out who gets that coveted 3rd and 4th, and ultimately, potentially, gets that first round bye in the first tournament of Season 2, if you believe the rumor that we get 4 new contenders. So let me know in the comments if y'all do believe we're getting 4 or 6 or none. Maybe we're just messing with you. But with this first fight,
Who knows?
We have Big Boss and Eclipse. So let's hop right into it, Bosk.
I mean, these are two great fighters that Eclipse, I know, is very disappointed in herself getting beat and losing a shot. She, besides Boss Toys at this point, is the only other person to have won a tournament.
You're absolutely right. And so I am almost hoping / expecting her to get a 3rd place finish right here and, solidify the fact that she deserves to have won that and it wasn't a fluke.
Yeah,
So.
I don't think it was quite a fluke. I think that the bracket did turn out pretty good in her favor for that tournament, but the brackets are determined by your results from last tournament as Big Boss's up B saved him. Not only from dying from the stage, but the small knockback that I remember you asking me before in earlier episodes of this tournament series of the UAL that doesn't have knockback. I'm like, yeah, barely any, 2%. But that was enough to knock her off stage.
Absolutely. Gives him an early 1-stock lead. Now, his damage is up to 64, but if he can keep it there, that's manageable for his first 3-stock victory.
And regardless, getting a kill like that on a champion, or a tournament winner, that's amazing.
Absolutely. It's something to be proud of for sure. But with her sitting on top of that C4, that's just foolish playstyle.
He did it again on the same platform. When will she learn?
Almost the exact same place.
He's almost playing the same way that he was when he was playing against Boss Toys, and he looked really strong during that Boss Toys fight, but Boss Toys did come back and win it.
Absolutely.
So can Eclipse prove that, I might have started off rough, but I have the overall ability to come back from this?
And you're exactly right. That is what we are trying to see with this fight. But she has racked up a decent amount of damage on this second life. But she needs to put Big Boss away right here and get him on his 2nd stock.
He is going to die pretty soon at 150 damage, 160 as we're talking now. She's got to finish him off here.
That was a good bit of juggling in the air for a moment.
That was good juggling, but a great C4 play gets Big Boss out of that troublesome area as he's looking rough but made it back safely. Oh,
that was
he was going for
great.
something there. Oh my goodness. He did go for it. It was a bait and switch and everything. And Big Boss has only a 2-stock lead right now, but that's amazing for Big Boss, seeing how he knows that really his only competition in this tournament for points at the end of the thing is against Kazama. I believe she has a grenade, or she had a C4 on her face there for a second. Did nothing with it, but important to note that the C4 play has gotten better throughout the season.
It absolutely has. We've just seen some fantastic plays and placements that we didn't necessarily see in that first tournament, even though that was his best placement.
Yeah. And I think that's also just every one of these amiibos are improving as the season goes on, but I think some of them definitely started out a little bit better than others, and then
Right, you are.
Blastoise, on the other hand, started off strong, went weak, and then...
And we saw a good shield right there as she was over the C4, and whether that's a little bit of machine learning throughout the match itself or what, but...
As she gets caught by that next one, so maybe it was just lucky.
But yeah, this third round is pretty evenly matched.
Interesting play from Big Boss there, but the grenade does connect, so I guess we can't say it was stupid. He did trade a life for 10 damage, though, and...
But ultimately, when you have that one life advantage, it's something you can do to get her to killing range.
Yeah, as he's really hopeful that she's going to land on that butterfly C4 down there. She's going for that offstage spike with the down B, which she has gotten multiple times, as we've seen, but I don't think she's going to do anything with it now.
Don't.
Oh, he does it. He says, I'm going to take 20% damage and kill you. Eclipse, you went from a championship hopeful in the beginning of this tournament to losing it all, but Big Boss, congratulations. Excellent play there. Big Boss beats out Eclipse in the first round of this losers. This is the last time a lot of these fighters will fight in this season, and Big Boss is making every moment for it. That's just going to make Jin Kazama's job even harder.
Absolutely. In order for Jin Kazama to get out of that 8th place spot, he has to win here and win again, and then win that 3rd place finish.
Yeah, and it's important to note that whoever is in this one has to get their opponent down to 1 stock and pass 65% to not be last place in this tournament. As they pick a battlefield variant, which we know Jin Kazama is not the best at. Bork's going to look to make a very dominant showing with his projectiles and his duckbill, apparently.
We've got a good little combo, good little juggle going on, but then it's right back in Bork's favor.
Yeah, I feel like they've really been tossing it up. No one's had complete control over the stage of the other opponent here, but they definitely are getting their little 30%, 20% combos to each other with such consistency that it's just making it a good match so far. Jin Kazama goes deep to recover. 150 damage now, and well,
Bork strikes first.
He's gone, isn't he?
It is going to be extremely difficult for Jin Kazama to come back from this.
Ooh, makes it back on the stage, which is impressive enough. As he gets to the funny number, can he do anything with it? He gets hit. Bork. Oh my goodness, what great gameplay there. He put the down B with the gunner, grabbed him, and basically held him in position to get shot.
That was truly great to watch. Great gameplay, great battlefield knowledge.
Yeah, it's crazy to see a dog and a duck team up, but they do get killed here.
Jin Kazama does take Bork's first life.
He's okay.
But he is at such a high damage that it's hard to say anything positive will come out of it.
It's 0-0 here, and Jin Kazama has 6% now, and Bork has the lead, and it's a hefty lead. Nothing against Jin Kazama, but really his only wins at all have been against someone who's now fighting for the championship.
Absolutely.
And has won 2 tournaments.
It's super interesting to see that his only wins have come against Blastoise.
Yeah, and Blastoise we know is no joke of an opponent.
Absolutely. And so is it purely the matchups, or does he have his own intent?
Maybe sometimes Jin Kazama's just on
stage.
He was going for a spike that he got against Blastoise before, but I think Bork's a little bit too small of a hitbox to get hurt by that. Oh, they're both just jabbing at each other there, and really Jin Kazama's a 1 smash attack away from being out of here. Oh, back air with the duck sends him off stage,
and with
out
that
of it. He's
2-stock defeat, Jin Kazama solidifies this 8th place finish in the tournament and in the season. Wow, a great performance by Bork.
They're very dominant there, and yeah, we gotta say, Jin Kazama, congratulations, you done good. This is the very first season in the UAL, and you know what, in the Ultimate Amiibo League, it's not easy. It's never gonna be easy. But let's get into the semifinal where Kraken has a chance to basically hop over Eclipse points-wise and maybe even get all the way to 3rd if he's lucky enough. As Big Boss is just trying to, be better. And he has shown really a lot of promise and strength as he's better than Eclipse in that last matchup. And I don't know about you, but Kraken versus Big Boss it's well, I don't even.
Considering we're 5 seconds in and 91 damage,
yeah,
it's hard to see this going in Big Boss's favor.
He's got to get more lucky kills because you can't be cautious against someone who's going to rush you down. They both have ranged things to their advantage, but also Kraken's not an idiot as he's avoiding that C4 at all costs, and he's going for it. I think Big Boss can recover here. A nice dodge there, but only 10 damage, 11 because of a grab cancel, but a nice parry. I don't think he has it. He stops the roller though. I mean, Kraken's just been dominant this whole round.
Absolutely, with a 100% damage bonus already.
Not quite. He is
that
a thrill
recovery
seeker.
is just too phenomenal.
He's been saved by that recovery too many times. As Big Boss is going on top of the ink, finally getting something going. He gets hit quickly afterwards, but it's better than where he was before.
Right,
back
you
off
are.
the stage, sending a missile. He quickly evades out of it. Big Boss. Look, we can love him as a fighter, but I think more than anyone else, he has made these simple errors that have cost him his life. And I know that it's... Wow, what a great spot dodge, but... What's that, like his third or fourth kill on himself with C4?
I think you're right.
It's sad to see. Oh! Kraken with the 3-stock still and a spike.
Is Kraken setting up a potential second 3-stock of the season?
I mean, he is Mr. 3-stock, and I really don't imagine the championship round to have a 3-stock with 2 fighters of that caliber, so he could maybe get an extra point here, sneak up even further in the rankings.
That would just be a great way to round off this final losers bracket
as he's taunting
of the final tournament.
Yeah, the finale of the finales here. But not quite the finale. He is low on ink, and he's near the C4, and he's away from the C4 now. He's right back at it. Big Boss, I think, took a moment and said, look, I'm not going to win this, but I can stop him from 3-stocking me, and honestly, that was probably the right move. Yeah.
And wow, what a great way to finish that fight.
He was one hit away anyways. He knew that he just had to use that C4 on himself.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, that was pretty close. He did get it down to 2 stocks and 0 damage, but congratulations to Kraken, Mr. 3-stock himself. He didn't get it here, but
he was extraordinarily close.
Extremely close. And these two, I think, determine where they finish against each other, right?
I believe you are correct. Going into this, they were ranked right next to each other. And so this fight in itself will prove who ranks higher than the other.
Yeah, it's just a point that separated them beforehand, and Battlefield is the pick, and I think Bork picked this stage, but...
I do agree that I believe this stage benefits Bork more than it does Blue.
But Blue out here is saying, I don't care if this is at disadvantage. I'm going to win this match.
Because I have to.
He has to. He wants to. He wants to prove that, yeah, I got 8th place in one tournament, but that's not me. I'm the guy who almost beat Sir Bubble as he's taunting out there. Yeah. He has a throw off stage.
And we've got a great spike at 38 seconds. Wow.
Yeah, pretty good offstage forward aerial. Not exactly the normal traditional spike, but definitely hit off stage as hard as possible. As Bork is now kind of reeling back, trying to see what he can do, but he has not touched him this life. Very nifty dodge there to save him from some pain.
And we have a second kill. Do we have a potential 3-stock?
We can't say anything.
Of course, I shouldn't have said it because we know the commentator's curse is all too real.
I did help Blue win technically one time by saying he can't, or he'll beat Eclipse, or Eclipse would beat Blue. Watch the video, you'll remember it. 169 damage. I don't think that. I mean, honestly, Bork is gonna have to hit him with one smash attack if he wants his dignity here, and. That might
Wow.
That super armor on the second jump has saved Blue enough times, and a quick shield as he's going for an option.
And there's that first
he gets
stock.
eliminated. I do think as long as Bork hits him once, he's guaranteed. Yep.
He's guaranteed that
He gets that place up from
5th place.
Yeah, 5th place instead of 6th there, which is still pretty good. Blue's still off stage. Watch out, Blue. You don't have a good recovery. He's taunting to the fans. He knows all he needs is one smash attack, and Bork's out of here, really. Bork, though, and Blue both needed the same circumstances.
Oh, we almost saw a spike to end it.
Almost. I don't think that he's going to be able to get the spike. It's probably going to be something lame like a nair. Oh, Bork says, I know I have 163 damage.
But let's see what I can do. Let's see if I can make it interesting.
And I think he is. I mean, there's been no dull fight so far. Ooh, off the top corner. Blue, Congratulations. You're fighting for 3rd place in the last tournament. And he's happy about it. Look at him. Smiling as happy as can be. Bork didn't play awful, though. And I think we have to say Bork getting 5th and Big Boss being guaranteed 6th. It's a step up for both of them from how they placed last time. And it's not what they necessarily wanted, but it's not 8th place.
Absolutely.
It's not 7th or 8th place, which no one really wants to be part of, but it is how it works as Kraken gets to go against Blue, and correct me if I'm wrong, we've seen this a lot.
We have seen this fight twice, in fact, and what's interesting enough is they have a 1-1 record. They have split in the 2 times they fought.
So, tiebreaker?
Exactly. Not only is this a fight for 3rd, but it's a fight for a tiebreaker between the 2.
Well, I think regardless of what happens, Kraken does have more points than him, correct?
Going into this last fight, Kraken has 3 points more. So I do not believe that this will affect the total outcome of the season, but only the tournament itself.
Yeah, and I mean, I think for either of these fighters, getting a strong 3rd place will be great. Kraken's gotten a 3rd place before. Blue's gotten a 2nd place before. They each want that podium finish to finish off the season.
But honestly, as long as I just get a good fight, I'll be happy with the outcome regardless.
Amen to that. I'm excited to see what the finale is going to bring to us, as we know that both of them are in that Game 7 match whatever. You know, it's the end. They both have to perform there, as Blue was honestly down at first, now taunting to the fans, saying, hey, look at me, I got my damage back. Kraken and Blue both excelling at hitting the other enemy. That's a 1-for-1 hit, isn't it?
Almost.
Ooh, so close. I think Blue just needs one more hit, but Kraken was able to get a hit in before he's dying here. And avoiding another taunt. Yep. Pretty much even here.
Absolutely. Only 15% damage with these two. That's not enough to really
that's right back up there, and Blue taking a lead. A great combo there. Oh, getting hit pretty hard. Getting hit by that smash attack. Kraken and Blue, I think, are 2 of the most fun fighters to watch go at it, as we never know who's going to win. They're very evenly matched.
Exactly. I believe as far as evenly matched, these are 2 of the best fighters to watch.
And they're here fighting for a 3rd place at equal damage. Look at this. This is great.
You couldn't get a more picture-perfect fight than
we
this
have,
right now. And we have a great spike.
What were you saying? I think we got it. We got something more picture-perfect as Blue gets a spike to solidify the end of his season, saying, yeah, even if I don't win this, I'm going to win it in style, because he thinks he's going to win it. Let's be honest. Each of these Amiibos go into this saying, I'm the best, as Blue's now green.
I mean, you have to have that mentality, like you were saying. You have to think you're the best. Because if you don't, how can you expect anyone else to?
Yeah.
And it's all the mentality. You see it all throughout, or all the time with professional athletes. They've got that Mamba mentality, that killer mentality. And you have to have that to be the very best.
As Kraken gets Blue out of here, but at 240 damage, that's not going to roll here.
And with
Blue,
Kraken at 136 right now, they are in very dangerous waters. One good hit could send them off the map.
Especially Kraken.
And we've got another spike.
That was 2 spikes in this match. Blue, congratulations, you turned your season around. Great job. Solid finish at the end of the year. And as for Kraken, Mr. 3-Stock himself, doing his best, doing very aggressively, but he's got 4th place in this tournament. And I don't know about you, Must-Do, but I'm ready for the finale with Bow's Toys versus Sir Bubble.
That is going to be another exhilarating, another great, another fun fight for us to watch, and I cannot wait for it.
Yeah, thank you all for viewing, and let's go to the final now.